Gun bang!
Oh! Oh, hello.
Hello and welcome to Woodshed Reviews, where we look at films old and new, good and bad. And today we are looking at the third Deadpool movie, Deadpool and
Wolverine. Yeah, but the first one in this has changed hands then, has it? I assume from Fox to Disney Marvel.
Yeah,
Is that official?
I guess it is.
Yeah,
Disney bought out Fox,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of jokes about that. But nothing else has changed really. It's still very much a Deadpool movie.
Yeah, definitely. There's a couple of digs at maybe things that they weren't allowed to do in this one. No cocaine is allowed in it. References, but not taking.
Oh, okay.
Want to do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
What about Bolivian marching powder?
They know all the slang terms. They have a list.
This has been long awaited, I guess.
It has been a while, but 6 years or so.
I waited a long time for this team up.
And bringing back Wolverine. So what was your thoughts on that? Because that news broke a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a mega X-Men Wolverine fan, but I really enjoyed Logan. I thought I like that kind of serious superhero film. So I had no problem with it. You can kind of get away with anything in a Deadpool film.
Pegging isn't new for me, friendo, but it is for Disney.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little reticent about it, I suppose, initially because, not because I'm a massive Wolverine, X-Men fan particularly, but, Hugh Jackman's run had been hit and miss, some good stuff, some not so good stuff. But he'd gone out on quite a high and it felt like a definitive end, and not a lot of superheroes get that kind of ending. They kind of tend to peter out a bit or just never get renewed. And I kind of thought, but then I thought, okay, it is a Deadpool film and you can play fast and loose with these things.
Yeah.
And then they bring into the multiverse sort of stuff again. So that kind of plays into it as well. So I guess within that, it's like, yeah, okay, that's what we're buying the ticket for, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's just accept that. Let's not think too hard about it.
Sure, you get away with all that in a Deadpool film. You can do anything. It's breaking the fourth wall all the time.
Fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like 16 walls.
And I like the way it started with the end of Logan, the gravesite. I thought that was really funny.
He's a hero in my world. Yeah, well, he ain't shit in mine.
Logan, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman has loomed a shadow over the Deadpool films 1 and 2, so it does kind of make sense with that.
Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it does rhyme with pulverine.
I enjoyed the Deadpool films. They're pretty solid, pretty funny. Story-wise, maybe that's kind of lacking a little bit, and this one I don't think was any better.
No, for sure. I mean, the plot was very basic.
Whoa. Simmer down there, big boy. The f*** is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, which it's always kind of been, I suppose. As much as it pokes fun at other films and genres, and there's even jokes about lazy writing and stuff like that.
That's just lazy writing.
It's still lazy writing, I guess, at the end of the day. I mean, it doesn't even really matter, but like Deadpool's universe is unraveling. There's a time for the TVA time variant authority or something that are overseeing this. And in order to kind of resurrect his universe, which is centered around the death of Logan, implausibly, I was like, really?
Yeah, it's a bit kind of gobbledygook.
Deadpool is the highest grossing R-rated movie of all time, except for Jesus.
For as sharp as it is with some other things, writing, comedy, jokes and such stuff, the actual nuts and bolts stories have, all 3 films now I felt have been a bit lacking, and it's been the thing that's kind of let these films down a bit.
Possibly. I mean, I think kind of the emotional core of the films, certainly is just this relationship with his fiancée or wife. I can't remember if they're married or not. That was always seemed to be the kind of heart of it, especially Deadpool 2, I think.
Well, the first one was their sort of like their relationship and meeting and all that stuff. And the second one was, again, maybe lazy writing again, her death and him getting revenge sort of thing.
While giving you the same old conventional love story and a by-the-numbers revenge plot we've seen a million times before.
You know, not that I was invested in the Deadpool storyline or universe, but all these characters are just kind of like sitting about in the background now.
Yeah, cameos.
Yeah, and a lot of cameos. But they were kind of like part of the, I don't even know their names, but the big metal guy and Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Negasonic Teenage. What the shit? That's the coolest name ever!
They send Deadpool and Wolverine to this kind of weird purgatory.
Yeah, it's a kind of purgatory place, but I wasn't really sure where this was or what the rules of it was and this stuff. But there's all these kind of washed up superheroes, I guess.
Yeah, that have been forgotten about or outlived their usefulness. I have to say that was my favourite moment.
Which one?
Well, first, I think the first person you see is Elektra. I thought that's really cool because I liked Elektra and Jennifer Garner's Elektra, even though the film wasn't great.
You're the person that liked that film.
I'm the one person. No, not really. The standalone film wasn't great.
So what happens now? You just kill me straight out, just cold?
Don't worry. Death's not that bad.
Yeah. How do you know?
And then the second guy that walks in is Blade.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool.
Freeze! Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
So it's a bit of a, maybe just a little kind of like cameo swan song for Wesley Snipes. Oh, although probably not. He'd probably be in the new Blade film.
Tonight is not a game. It is a hunt.
But there's all that stuff. It's a lot of it takes place in this kind of nether world, I suppose. And
yeah, and there's a kind of like super villain there. Cassandra, was it?
And she's our kind of, I suppose, our main villain.
Which is all right.
All right, yeah. I wasn't really sure of the rules and the motivations and stuff for people.
Yeah.
Is that important in a Deadpool film?
Yeah.
Maybe not so much, but it would still be nice.
Now it's too late.
Good to see Deadpool and Wolverine going at each other several times, ripping each other to shreds.
Yeah.
You know, neither of them can really die. So.
Yeah, I suppose there is that aspect of it where they're having this enormous kind of punch up and stabbing and slicing each other up, but you kind of know that, well, they can't die.
Yeah.
Oh, whiskey dick of the claws. It's quite common in Wolverines over 40.
You don't want this.
Unless you want to take a deep breath through your fucking forehead, I suggest you reconsider.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, you know, he kind of slips into it pretty effortlessly.
Yeah.
This time. And yeah, I like the classic X-Men costume that he wears in this one.
For sure. I think it's the first time we've seen it, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always been more kind of like a bit less comic booky, a bit more kind of real worldy sort of thing. I guess maybe back then there was a bit more of an embarrassment or not the confidence to kind of pull that kind of stuff off.
Yeah.
When comic books were a little bit, I suppose, pre-Marvel and stuff.
I am soaking wet right now.
Yeah, you have, along with all the cameos, there's a sort of mid-sequence credits thing. Where they show sort of behind the scenes, look at all these films, X-Men, Fantastic Four and stuff like that. It felt like they were trying to kind of generate a sort of nostalgia gland thing or something.
Yeah, I don't think I'd seen half of them and it didn't mean much to me.
No, I mean, I've seen probably at some point, you know, the Fantastic Four films and all that kind of stuff, but they're not kind of congealed together like the Marvel films are, you know, in this sort of like, and I don't think they've got quite the same, nostalgia factor for people, even people our age, who maybe look back in these films and go, yeah, that's a bunch of sort of, okay, like you're saying with Elektra and Daredevil and stuff like that, they're all right, you know, they're fine, but I don't think we're kind of like getting misty-eyed kind of watching a show reel of this sort of stuff. But they're trying their best. Overall, this was fine. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's no different from any of the other Deadpool films.
Yeah.
It's just another one, and it's just as entertaining.
I thought it might have been a notch above Deadpool 1 and 2, which were solid films.
Yeah.
You know, and this is another solid film.
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Yeah, the final big fight with all the different Deadpools. That was quite good fun.
Yeah, there's some good sort of long tracking shots and things like that they did with that final battle. They have that thing where when they've got all these multiverse Deadpools, they kind of poke fun at the multiverse being dead and it never works and everyone's bored of it.
Yeah.
But yet they still do the multiverse kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
it's a little bit having your cake and eating it, I think.
It is. I mean, it's a Deadpool film. The multiverse thing probably works better in a Deadpool film than the other films.
Don't just stand there, you ape. Give me a hand up. Nope, I'm actually okay. Thank you very much.
Do you feel Hugh Jackman there's kind of lines about he's going to be doing this forever, and then there's lines about this is going to be his last one.
Yeah, he's going to do this till he's 90.
You never say never at this point, I suppose.
For sure.
But I mean, he's still looking the part.
Yeah.
You were an X-Man. Fuck that, you were the X-Man. The Wolverine.
Yeah, I think in terms of his relationship with his girlfriend, because they're separated in this.
Having watched Deadpool 1 and 2 the other day, that does kind of feel like it's not really been earned, this kind of like midlife crisis and the relationship breakdown.
It reminded me of Die Hard with a Vengeance, because it did the same thing with John McClane. He separated him with his wife, and then there's a phone call at the end.
Yeah.
And it's just like him sitting beside her on the sofa at the end. It's like...
I guess if you have your superheroes or your heroes like John McClane are that comfortable and happy, it's not quite so good, is it?
It's been a challenging few years, for sure, but I'm happy. That is because of each and every one of you. I'm the luckiest man alive.
Make a wish, buddy.
It's a good antidote for a lot of the rubbish films that have been coming from Marvel lately.
Yeah, and they poke fun at that, obviously,
Yeah.
and rightly so, I suppose. Whether is this gonna rejuvenate Marvel? Because this is like effectively this is the first Deadpool in the Marvel universe film, even though it doesn't really feel particularly different.
Yeah.
But they're bringing like the X-Men in and stuff. And I saw something about, I think I saw a headline somewhere or something with like, this is going to rejuvenate the MCU. I mean, looking at what's coming up in the MCU film-wise and stuff, you know, for Phase 5, is it? I'm like, yeah, I don't think this one film is going to really do that. It's sort of like a blip. You know, a positive kind of, on the Lifeline kind of blip thing.
That seems to be what it is now. You get the odd film that's all right.
Yeah.
Your little cinematic universe is about to change forever. I'm the Messiah. I am Marvel Jesus.
For me, it was a fine entry into this dwindling saga that I'm kind of like checked out of.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be more interesting for Deadpool to do his own thing, effectively. I think I always kind of felt what the first two films were a bit more separated from the rest of the timelines, you know.
I know, it felt like its own thing.
Yeah. And this does well with being, given the restraints that it has to kind of be folded into the Marvel universe, the X-Men universe, although it was part of the X-Men universe. I don't know, I can't keep up with all this.
It just gets too complicated.
Yeah. But as a Deadpool, we'll just call it, as Deadpool 3, it was as good as Deadpool 1 and 2 for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I can take that.
So will we give it our patented Logs on the Fire rating for Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, I mean, that's a very entertaining 3.5 for me, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to come down a smidge. I'm going to say it's a 3 for me.
Are you ready? Fuck yeah, I'm ready. I'm the Wolverine.
Well, that's our review of Deadpool and Wolverine. Did you agree with us? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Stop it.
Yep, that's a good one.